If you're like a lot of people, you might be using AI for just about everything, but you're still getting like inconsistent and off-brand results. Like you end up with writing that doesn't sound like you get images that are off-brand, and you find yourself needing to repeat conversations and fix outputs like all the time. So the answer to this is brand dossiers. It's a single document that you can use for anything: images, videos, writing, and even automations, which you'll see later in the video. Here are some images that were all created with the same brand dossier. They're totally on brand. They use the logo correctly. They use the color palette correctly, the right typography, everything. And here are examples of some images that I made for my own brand, Quietly Smart. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to create a brand dossier, and there's a free questionnaire that you can use to help you. So a brand dossier is a single document that any AI can follow. It teaches AI about your brand, how to sound, and how to make stuff for your brand. So having one saves time because you don't need to repeat yourself every time you have a conversation with ChatGPT or Gemini. It reduces revisions because the rules stay the same. So what goes into a brand dossier? Basically, it's a description of your brand, your visual identity, your tone of voice, what social platforms you're on, what products or services you offer, and what kind of stuff you want to avoid. So the good news is you probably already have a lot of the info that you need scattered amongst a bunch of documents. So you can just upload everything that you have and AI will extract the info. So give it your branding guide, your color guide, your editorial guide, which tells it the tone of voice, any photography guide, FAQs, marketing reports, anything that's going to be useful to give the AI more context. After you've uploaded everything, you can use it for writing briefs, marketing campaign ideas, generating images and videos, creating on-brand posts, creating websites and lead magnets. You can do it to help sales. And like I said, you can even make automations with it, which we'll see at the end of the video. So if you want to make sure you have everything that you need, or you'd rather just describe everything about your brand to ChatGPT, here's a questionnaire that can help. So in the questionnaire, it starts off with your brand basics. So just answer some simple questions about your brand, like who you are, what platforms you're on, a short description, your tagline or slogan. Then we get into your visual identity, like, so what are your colors? What's your typography? How do you use your logo? What kind of styles should we see in any images and videos? Then your tone of voice, like for example, if your brand was a person, how would you describe them? You can look at various tone sliders. You can give examples of what sounds like you and what doesn't, what topics to avoid, any additional languages that you want to add. Next, you need to teach AI all about your ideal customer profile and the kind of problems that you solve for them. Next is what kind of products, offers, services you offer, what priorities you have, anything seasonal, typical call to action messages. Then we talk about your marketing channels. So what channels are you on? How often do you post? You can upload content that you already have to give examples. And then finally, guardrails and compliance. So anything that we really want the AI not to talk about, or sensitive or legal areas. So I'll put that link to the questionnaire in the description below. Anyway, once you have all of that, you can just paste in this prompt. You're my brand dossier builder, everything I provided, uploaded docs, use it to create one clean, practical brand dossier I can reuse in any AI workflow. Use these sections, blah, 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 blah. I'll put this prompt in the description below as well. Once you've created your brand dossier, you can now start making all kinds of stuff: images, videos, websites. Here are some examples of like marketing posts and other things that you can do, like Instagram posts, stickers, flyers, window signage, even merch. And a little pro tip, this is the formula that I use for generating images. So it breaks everything down into the subject, aspect ratio, composition, layer palette, lighting, everything, materials and surface finish, background. So this is all the information that you need to really control what the image is going to look like. And the bonus is you can actually tell ChatGPT to remember this exact formula. So I'll paste this formula also in the description below. But basically, you can paste this into ChatGPT, which has the best memory of any LLM, and then just tell it, every time I want to generate an image, use this formula. So here's an example of how I used a brand dossier to actually redesign a logo for a paving company. So first I created a mood board with all of the brand info that I had. Then I used it to redesign the logo. I picked my favorite logo, which is the one in the middle there. I like the isometric kind of form. It really fits the brand. And then after that, I created an entirely on-brand marketing campaign. And then I even created like some website mockups, an email template, and some social media stuff for Instagram. And you can use it for more than just images. I'll show you a 30-second studio level quality video that I made with one brand dossier for a jewelry company. And then I'll show you a fully automated marketing post generator that I made for myself. So here's the ad that I made for the jewelry company.
Crafting sustainable brilliance.
So again, all of that is based on one brand dossier. It is 100% AI generated except for the actual jewelry itself, which is pixel perfect. The jewelry company was absolutely blown away that that kind of level video could be made just in a couple of days. And yeah, everything about it, the music, the lighting, the models, everything completely on brand. If you want to take it to the next level, here's a fully automated system that I made for creating social posts for 3 different channels from a single YouTube link. So I'm going to post in a link here about a video about Claude Code, which is this great coding platform that I've started using more and more to build automations exactly like the one that you're looking at now. It takes that video link, it analyzes the transcript, it gives me the option to focus on one particular part of the video if I like, and then it drafts a message for my WhatsApp, for my LinkedIn, and even a tweet. Using its knowledge of the kind of images I use for my own company, Quietly Smart, it creates an image that I can match with those posts and post along with them. Takes a little while for the image to generate, usually around 30 seconds to a minute, so just bear with me. And boom, there we go. Perfectly on brand for me. It uses all of my brand colors. It uses my sort of soft claymation style of image. And yeah, now I can just post that into my WhatsApp group, onto my LinkedIn profile, and onto Twitter. And remember, the brain behind that automation is my brand dossier. So all of the posts are written in my tone of voice, and the image that is made at the end is based on the knowledge that it has about my kind of image style. If you'd like help creating like a full AI system for your brand, or just to figure out which parts of your business you could speed up or improve with AI, get in touch. I do have that WhatsApp group where I give weekly tips and tricks on using AI, so feel free to join that. And remember, the link to the questionnaire is just down there, along with the prompts. So I hope this has been useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.